What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day. Cody here with Damien, aka Man in the Car. And today we're going to run through the NBA 2K20 gameplay blog that just dropped on Monday. I think a lot of it was Mike Wang, and we've seen a lot of coverage.
Yeah, a lot of his tweets and from like that too.
Yeah,
so.
Lots of tweets. We know the Warriors went and checked out 2K20. They got to play it firsthand. So we're going to run through the blog first. We might look at some of Mike's tweets, and then also take a look at what the Warriors thought about the gameplay too. Sound good, Damien?
Yeah, sounds good.
First thing here in the blog talks about a motion engine upgrade. So it sounds like some of the animations might be tweaked, a little more fluid. The speed of the players are going to be redesigned in terms of sprinting. They really wanted sprinting to be a valuable resource and not something that you can just hold down all the time.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it sounds like for you as a shooting guard, and we're going to get into off-ball movement, don't worry, but you'll have to really decide when you're going to use it.
Yeah, I can't hold RT, R2 as much as I want just to run around and stuff like that.
So it says this year you'll notice a flashing yellow effect around the stamina bar when your energy level drops below a certain threshold.
It's just warning you.
Yes.
You're getting too low before it starts blinking. Okay.
Yep. Which makes it a little more realistic.
Yeah, that's how it makes you want to conserve it.
That's interesting about sprinting. And then what a lot of people might be interested in, handles and sauce, as it is titled in the gameplay blog. In 2K20, the dribbler will now have contextual and situational awareness. It sounds like every single time you flick the stick, it's a different move. So it's not as much like in 19 where
you sort of have set animations.
Correct.
Yeah,
which should increase the skill gap, right? And
it should. I mean, it's gonna the dribblers that like to dribble.
Yep.
Are probably going to have fun with it because there's a lot more they can do.
Yes.
BP, the league, Radiant's another decent dribbler. Decent.
Yep. Decent. Not bad. Right?
No, he's not bad. He's okay. He's average. But yeah, I think a lot of point guards who dribble, like YouTubers and stuff like that, who want to put out content, they'll have a lot of fun with that.
Yep. So just to confirm, it says every move is performed, one-to-one by flicking the pro stick, and there are no pre-scripted sequences.
So that means like that Curry behind escape move, he goes between your legs behind the back.
Yes.
That used to be a whole animation where you would literally flick, hold RT this year.
Yep.
Flick to the opposite ball hand and then down.
Yep.
And he'll do the whole escape shuffle away.
Right.
You can't do that anymore.
So you'll have to do all of the combination to make it fully executed.
That means no more rhythm dribbles.
I think it said, let me make sure here. I think it said you can equip one, or it's one size up. That's what it is.
One size up.
So the new size ups give you the freedom to create your own unique rhythm. When mastered, you'll be able to break off even the best on-ball defenders.
Okay.
Sounds like you can equip one size up and make it to whatever your specifications, but rhythm dribbles, maybe not as much.
Right.
Fake step backs, chop steps, sham gods, and the fake sham hezi.
That sounds like a one of those park only.
Oh gosh,
size up moves,
can you imagine? Oh man, that's gonna be. I can just see Maddie.
You get playmaker badge, and just make someone fall as soon as you do it. Yeah, they're just gonna drop instantly.
So let's talk about defense. It's titled "Read and React" here. When guarding the ball, defensive players will see a small arrow under the ball handler, indicating where they're leaning or attempting to go. That face right there is the feedback I've seen on Twitter.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah?
At all.
Why not?
Because you shouldn't have to look at rely on an arrow to tell you where your defender's going. It's supposed to be about stick skills and read and reaction. The title of that was just read and react, right?
It was.
It's now showing you which way to go, left or right, and all you have to do is go left or right. You don't have to actually look and think which way your opposition's going.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't like it.
I agree with you.
I mean, unless there's a way that you can actually fake out your defender, you can do a move to where either side it looks like you're going left, but you're really going right, and they actually go the wrong way if they don't read it themselves too.
That would be interesting. And I think I agree with you. I think it could either be super overpowered and annoying and reduce the skill
gap.
gap.
It might be, because then you figure if you cut your man off, you're almost always getting a bump, right? That's you're beating your man to the spot.
But I think on the flip side, it could theoretically increase the skill gap if dribbling is so good now and the combinations are so good that only the best lockdowns have the timing to even. It might be so hard to predict it.
It might be like a snap second,
Yes.
right? Like a quick
Yes.
arrow. And then,
Exactly.
Okay.
It could be like a split second. You see an arrow pop up, and
You got to go left or right instantly.
Yeah.
Now that sounds a little better. But if it's like, I don't know, like another game, another basketball game.
Sure.
There's an arrow underneath your feet, and it literally stays there for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You can read where the man is going.
Hopefully that's not the case. Under the ball handler, you'll notice an indicator ring change from a solid circle to broken up lines as the ball handler moves around the court or performs moves. The more broken the circle, the more vulnerable the ball handler is to losing the ball. What do you think about that?
Interesting. The broken up circle could, I don't know, it could help defense, but defense was kind of overpowered as it was.
Sure.
So it could be a good indicator for the lock, I guess, to know, because that knows when you should rip the ball pretty much.
Right, and that's sort of what I thought about in the league with the left trigger glitch, which if you don't know, that allows the point guard to shield the ball, and it's almost impossible to get a pluck or get a steal. It also reduces the amount of time someone could just stand there and spam steal. Right? Because you couldn't do it.
You would just get whiff animations and lunge out of position.
Yep.
Like that.
And so now I think it shows it's really hard to know the animations that you can get a steal. And when 2K doesn't give us any feedback, locks are kind of shooting in the dark.
Yeah, they really are. I wonder though, do you think the ball handler also sees it or just the defender?
I bet the ball handler does too.
You do?
I hope so.
I hope so, yeah. I'm trying to think, what if they don't see it and then it's only a perk for the defender? You just have to, as a ball handler, you just have to know you're over dribbling.
That's true too. That could be interesting. Increase the skill gap on that
a little more. You have to know that you've been dribbling for way too long, 14 seconds on the shot clock. It's time to pass or make a move to score.
That's going to be interesting. I think that's another tough one for sure. So it sounds like they're really revamping paint offense and paint defense. They're talking about how good slashers are in real life and how they want the offense and defense to be able to both attack and defend the rim at a high level. So it sounds like the more block animations.
I saw that in the little the gameplay trailer that they put out.
Yep.
That there was a lot more not snatch blocks, but you got put up in animations with the whoever was driving to the rim.
Yep.
There's a lot more than I'd say 19 had. So.
What do you think about that? You think that's good or bad?
It could be good for certain situations, like if the driver is going up on a big man just because he's trying to hope he gets maybe a foul or tries to sneak one, but get a quick layup in.
Yep.
You're going up against a big man, you're probably not going to finish that layup.
Right. So,
or if you try to go for a dunk, so now you're going to get put in animation rather than just some people sliding around each other because of the animation that they were put in. So it could be good, but the other side, you got a rim. Everybody runs rim protectors now.
Right,
so
right. It could be.
Imagine a pure rim with Hall of Fame rim protector.
It could be tough to finish.
You're not gonna ever finish in the paint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the blog says this year we captured hundreds of new in-air collisions, hard fouls, grab blocks, and swats to let the rim protectors have their presence felt.
Because they already didn't have their presence enough.
Yep. So get ready. You're going to see them in park and Pro-Am. There's going to be
They're
a
not
lot
going
of
anywhere. Locks aren't going anywhere, people. If you thought they were going, they're not.
Finally, on the paint offense, it said post scorers can also look forward to a refreshed post game with new fakes, back downs, and moves.
Shout out to Ramo, by the way.
Shout out to Ramo.
Are you going to like that?
Post scorer, baby. So that's interesting. And we'll talk a little bit about what the Warriors saw when they played the game too. So I think they noticed something about interior offense. So for Damian, and I'm sure a lot of you watching or listening, working off ball sounds like an exciting feature for 2K20.
It definitely does.
Yeah?
It definitely does.
So tell the viewers first, in 2K19, you found, so explain what dexing is.
So dexing is how to, you quickly move around the wing pretty much to keep yourself available for your point guard to pass to you. And you could almost not speed boost, but you almost feel like it explodes you out of whatever the animation you're like a catch animation you're in to get to a spot that in the past will probably drag you farther away because you're now sprinting and your defender can't keep up with you. The way I was dexing to start the year off was actually it was with emotes. So emotes were part of 19. They weren't in 18.
Glitchy. You're glitchy.
It was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was hard to master, but once you figure it out, like it became so easy. You just doesn't matter any emote works, honestly. You just like run in one direction, you quickly tap the D-pad to activate whatever emote it is, and then you just sprint in the other direction out of it, or the same way you're going if you really wanted to. The other way would always be better because you can always do like a quick wrap and then dex right back and your defender's still running the opposite direction. It worked a lot.
And
they had it actually in the
league build to start.
They did, but then they realized that emote dexing was a little too overpowered, so they took the emotes out, unfortunately.
And that could have led to what we have here in working off ball, that they actually took the time to put in off ball juke moves.
Yeah,
it sounds like.
It seems like I in the trailer as well. You see Curry doing a couple of little juke moves on the wing off ball, so could be interesting.
So the blog says with simple pro stick gestures, players have access to fake first steps, spins, stutters. That's a lot of S's. That you can chain together or immediately branch out to perform flare cuts, dive to the hoop, or spot up for open jumpers.
I like the spins.
Yep.
I'm a fan of the spins.
The moves are also broken down into 3 levels to separate elite off-ball players from the rest. I like the sound of that.
I can already see you fake run in, you do the stutter, and then you do the jab step, and then you dex if the emotes are allowed back to the wing. That could be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds a lot better now that I'm reading it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. Anything like you said at the very beginning, anything that takes animations away and gives you guys the tools
to move around.
Yes. So I think that's gonna be fun.
And there's that badge too. You can't forget that badge.
The badge?
Slippery off ball.
Oh, so you're
allowed. You get a badge as a shooter. If you didn't know, you get slippery off ball badge. I don't know what would be the levels of that. Would it be all the way from bronze to Hall of Fame? You think?
It might be. Just make you a little more slippery.
Maybe
get around it.
I could see that being in the game.
Yeah.
So you think a pure sharp would probably have Hall of Fame? Because they're supposed to be not athletic as a sharp. You gotta remember that too.
Right. I don't know. Maybe it'd be like a shot sharp.
Shot sharp probably have like gold or something like that. Yeah. Pure sharp maybe silver. He's got Hall of Fame shooting badges. I don't know how many. I mean, we're jumping ahead here with the badges, so let's just keep going with the blog.
Let's keep rolling.
There's a lot of information to go through.
Yep. So defensively on the other side of the ball, it sounds like off-ball collisions have been beefed up. You can read where your off-ball opponents are trying to go and try to cut them off.
So there's arrows for off-ball too?
It sounds like it.
Oh my God.
It sounds like it, making them work extra hard for every look. Now, back to the arrow part. This could be something, and we're gonna talk about shooting too. It could be disabled, I bet. So like for high level comp play, I bet you can disable all the arrows, everything if it reduces the skill gap.
So like a hardcore mode in Call of Duty.
Yes.
That would be fire.
All right, we're gonna skip AI. If you're interested in my team, go read the blog. It talks a lot about NBA teams and how AI works.
Oh.
We're going to jump to badges and takeover.
There will be archetypes in the game, and there will be double takeover. So just know that.
Interesting.
For a fact.
Okay. You know something, Dave?
It was in the video. There was a whole video. I mean, I don't know if everybody's seen the video, but there was a video of the gameplay, and Anthony Davis got his double takeover badge.
Gotcha. Mike Wang says they came away with an impressive list of 80 badges that allow players to express different strengths in various areas of the game. So a lot more badges this year.
That's a lot of badges.
That's a ton. Even added neighborhood-specific badges that enhance physicality and flashy play of the playground.
It's like 17 again with the park badges.
Yep, I love that.
Yeah, I missed
for those. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for the blog. So we're going to hop over and look at some of Mike Wang's tweets over the last week. I think he started answering on Monday.
Yeah, something like that.
So first he talks about the body up system. We touched on that. Both on-ball and off-ball defense and screens are going to be better in terms of animations. More dribble styles he talks about. More badges. So Limitless was changed to Range Extender.
Why?
To boost threes and also deep twos.
Why?
Well, maybe they just changed the name. to range extender. That could be it.
Yeah, maybe. They changed a lot of names of badges.
Yep. Free throws are back to being an attribute that you can upgrade. Free throw ace is gone. What do you think about that?
Now we're getting to talk about player builder, I guess. I mean, the way I was going to explain it, just I feel like the whole player build mode is going to be more of you pick your archetype and then it lets you choose what attributes and bars to put up whenever you get them. So being that that's now like an actual upgrade bar, like does that fall into like inside scoring like 16 or jump shot? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like does it fall into one of those categories or is it like its own category?
We'll see.
I really hope it's not its own category. That's a waste of attributes.
Okay, so they took out charge card. Someone asked about, can bigs spam dribble moves up the court? Can't rip me all the way up the court?
Yeah, that is because of normal 2.
Yep.
And that is confirmed that is no longer in the game.
Mike said they retooled almost every single badge. A lot of OP, which means overpowered badges, have been heavily nerfed. Doing a lot more badge updates post-shipment to continue balancing.
So they're going to update badges once the game drops?
Sounds like it. Layup defense is very different this year, getting a lot fewer complaints about layups missing that shouldn't and vice versa. When you miss a layup this year, it feels deserved. Did you like the layup bar this year, the addition of that?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, I think you do have to time your layups.
Yep.
I feel like it's weird though. Like the layup bar, a lot of times will just snap up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, it's like full. It's like, oh, I gotta release.
Right.
So maybe if like they show it sooner, like whatever animation you're in, like the bar pops up once you activate your layup animation, and then you see the bar actually rise. I don't know, maybe.
Right.
Just my guess, but
could be the change. Hopefully it's the
Hopefully
change.
It is.
Interceptor is back, getting those
like
passing
that.
lanes. Yeah. A new badge called Quick First Steps.
That looks very good.
So an addition to dribble moves.
That looks like if you have a shot creator working out of the corner, like a slasher, like you can like do a couple jab steps, and then if you make your defender take like one step the wrong way, like you're just gonna explode opposite, or like maybe blow by off his hip because of the badge.
I wonder if that affects off-ball movement too. Like if a sharp could get quick first step.
Yeah, maybe.
Deep fades badge, which helps you hit post fades from further out. They're retooling shot contest, which will be interesting. You'll be able to see the percentage of a contest rather than generalized text. I love that.
I like that too.
I love that. So if you're...
you hear everybody call, oh, it was only 50.
Right. 50. That's what it should be as opposed to yellow.
That's true.
Because in the league build shot contest system, you get a yellow,
it's
but
open.
Not every yellow is the same.
It's open. No, it's really not. Yeah, it's not. I swear, there's like 2 or 3 levels of open. There's like the same thing for lightly, and then there's maybe like the same, like 2 different versions of heavily.
Yes, so that's great. I think that's a huge upgrade for 2K20. Small players can equip Giant Slayer.
Giant Slayer?
And it will help you...
This is what I mean by the badge. They got like real crazy with the names.
Yep. So Giant Slayer helps you score at the rim amongst the bigs, or the trees as they call them. Volume Shooter is back, but with better logic. It boosts your ratings if you can maintain your field goals attempted per minute.
You can't bait me, Mike. It's not happening. It's not happening. I had that badge in 2K16 and it was a nightmare.
Why?
What do you mean?
Why was it such a nightmare? Because...
All right, so pretty much if you don't shoot the ball, you don't get cold, but like your player just gets cold without telling you. Like you miss open shots, you move slower. Like it feels like all your attributes just got dropped a little bit.
Man. Well, it'll be interesting to see how it works.
They said it boosts your field goal percentage, right? Oh no, wait, you shoot better, something like that. If you keep your field goals up per minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Boost your ratings if you maintain your field goals attempted per minute. Slippery off ball is what we talked about. Gives you more success with the new off ball juke moves and get open stuff, as Mike says. A lot of new defensive badges, clamps for perimeter locks, and post move lockdown for paint defenders.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
Because let's say like you're playing Pro-Am on PNR, and let's say there's like a rim at the 5.
Yep.
If you get the switch and you force him to switch and you like walk the rim back out and like, try to ISO.
Yep.
It's not Hall of Fame D stopper. He can keep up with you. He's only good pretty much in the paint if he doesn't have clamps.
I like that.
You know,
you split those.
So pretty much badge. Like he's a rim, but he's a big rim.
Right.
He's a big man, so he can still get beat off dribble laterally.
That's a great point. I love that. Ankle breaker is still the main badge for more effective step back dribble moves. New badge called Space Creator.
Shot Creator is going to go off with that
for more effective step back jumpers. So a new badge,
that
Space
seems like
Creator.
a big Shot Creator badge for real.
Everyone in the game can now see your release.
Oh god,
so
that's so bad.
They can see your bar. That means if you green it, everybody knows. So you can't lie about
That's so
green.
bad. The other team should not see the meter.
Why?
Let's say you don't really want to shoot the ball, you go to hesitate, but you end up holding square or X too long.
Half bar.
And you shoot a half bar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whoever that was close to you in the vicinity sees the half bar and is gone on the break.
Yep.
It's going to make for unrealistic situations where people don't know your actual shot timing, but they leak out anyway. So think about this, in 2K19, someone leaks out because they think it's a white.
Mm-hmm.
It misses, but they're gone. So now the offensive rebounder gets the ball, kicks it back out to the same shooter.
Sure.
He's open.
Yep.
But now with the bar being seen, you'll know if it's a white. You'll know if it's going to be off. You leak out. You're probably right. Mm-hmm. So you're just going to be gone on the break, and no one's going to be able to get you.
So let me play devil's advocate here.
Of course.
Here's the other side. The offensive team also knows. So essentially, it's evened out now. Right? Okay, that's one part. But second, in real basketball, if you're a defender and you turn around and you can see the line of where the ball's going, you can leak, right?
True.
So technically, it does become a little more.
I guess,
like
but
that.
I mean, we know when releases are white.
Sure. But
we do.
I think it'll be interesting. I think it adds a different element
hands.
to the game. Some hands.
Hands, long arms.
Yeah. I like the addition of the hands and long arms this year. I think it
shows when you were going to miss pretty much.
So similar to what we have
Similar,
here.
but not guaranteed because
Gotcha.
long arms and hands still went in.
Yep. You're right. It's going to be really frustrating for the opponents if they can see your bar and it's a half bar and it goes in.
And it goes in. Yeah.
Too.
People are gonna get so rattled on stream, especially in the comp game. They're gonna get so mad. Someone's gonna be checked out for the next possession just because of what happened.
Got to be mentally strong.
I do like just sidebar on that the shot timing thing.
Yep.
The paint splash and the green animation that they added in.
Yes.
So you can. Everybody on the court will see if you green. It'll either be a quick flash under your feet, or a splash animation underneath your feet, or the whole. So he said the whole paint will turn green.
That's awesome.
I tweeted about that. So literally everybody's gonna know it's a green.
I like that too. We'll link it down low wherever this video is. Spencer, hopefully you can add it here, but it's at Beluba, Beluba. Check it out. All his tweets, all his replies are awesome. The Warriors were fortunate enough to be able to play the game a little bit early, and we have a couple thoughts from CB13 here. So we'll just run through these real quick. Little insider information from the 2K League. So first, initial reaction on dribbling. Unlike any 2K he's seen before, all new movement animations, over dribbling is penalized by fumbling the ball and getting plucked. Pretty much what we've already gone through.
Over.
But interesting to note.
He also noted that he didn't have any great dribblers. Mm-hmm. So maybe you're thinking if he had Kyrie or Curry, because he's a good handler, the two of them, maybe it takes longer for them to lose the ball and fumble it.
For sure. When those ratings are higher, you'll probably be able to dribble longer.
Yeah.
Yep. So for finishing, he said mashing, which means
paint mash is back.
Paint mash, paint offense is back to an extent. A lot of new animations based on momentum toward the hoop, angles, and badges. Interesting, maybe a more balanced game. This year was a lot of point guard.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely guard play.
Last year,
threes, perimeter, and then break down defense and then pass.
Yep, and last year was more paint mash. We saw the walnuts, the
definitely
Ramos.
paint mash last year. Definitely paint mash.
So maybe a combination this year. We'll see. Defense, locks aren't as overpowered, but you can pluck the ball if you time the reaching correctly and square up. Lanes are not overpowered or bad. Seems like you need to be squared up to get a passing lane steal. I like that.
That's great. That is big because you had so many times out on the break, at least on the league build, you go to the event, advance the ball court, and the defender is running backwards.
Yeah, it's
he's got his back to where the ball's coming from, and he literally just tips it with the back of his hand, and then he grabs it with the same hand.
Yes.
Like tip, grab, turn around, run. Like, how is that realistic at all?
Yeah.
That's big. I think you need to be like actually turn around, because then it's like a 50-50. Like, yeah, you're gonna square yourself, but if your man is sprinting down the court, you're taking a risk of timing it wrong and missing the pass.
For sure.
And giving up an easy basket. So
for sure.
That's big.
Agree with you there. CB also said all new block animations along with contact defense animations,
Just
which we've discussed.
We talked about.
A lot of new badges that affect gameplay in various ways. Downhill movements, angles, on ball, off ball, plucks, blocks, a lot of new animations. So, and finally, his overall thoughts. Game felt well-rounded, has a lot of potential. Reaction was extremely positive. So, straight from a pro. I wish we could have been there playing.
I would have. Oh man, I wish. Man.
That would be fun.
I saw them going. They were talking about it on Twitter, and I was just so jealous. The other day when they did it,
Yep.
I was so mad.
Well, we'll get our hands on it soon enough. September 6th is the release date.
The official release date.
Yep. And then we have the demo August 21st.
So it's close.
Couple weeks away, man. Couple weeks away. So
2020 is almost here.
It is almost here.
Gotta find something to do for the next month or 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Keep myself busy.
It's going to be tough to wait, but thankfully we have a lot of new information coming from Mike Wang, and the Warriors were able to play. We had the gameplay blog, so that was fun to go through. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave your thoughts. We'd love to hear some feedback of what you guys think about everything we discussed today, and if you're looking forward to 2K20, again, release date September 6th. Can't wait. Demo August 21st. Thanks for hanging out. Man in the Car, Cody Parent. We're out of here. Pacers Gaming. We'll see you next time.
I'm here to get what I came for. An open invitation to bring slaughter. I rain precipitations and clean water. Since a teen, I was deemed a supreme author. You should feel what I came in this game for. You could